I think it has worked a lot in group perseverance, and it's a whole different other conversation, Quacks, about if this will work against, the Sen teams or teams will meet in the Knights Rivals tournament, but it has found a lot of success so far in the regular season. Rihanna there, so now Karis, a good look, but both mid laners without flash, without that play, as you called out. Xiaohao will take over to level 6 first. He's also spotted on a ward going for these Raptors, and there's the Paranoia immediately engaged on top of him. He's going to smite the big Krug, but he doesn't have 6. Flash for flash, follow. Shockwave going to get the CC shield off of Monkey, and Xiaohao will punish Monkey for the aggressive invade.
By Perukia to go in. Even though it doesn't net them a kill, it nets them pressure, like you said, and it nets them the space to go for this first neutral objective. Monkey also on the bot side of the map, finishing up, I believe, his 3rd clear of the game, means that a cross map isn't there for the Mundo for priority. I don't think they can really walk in until that Ambessa can sort of inch forward. So they're not even going to try. Xiaohao instead is going to be looking for other opportunities on the map, but there really isn't anything. Both junglers cleared out their bot sides before committing up toward this top lane, and you can also see the lane, because About and Yao Yao were forced to kind of burn a bunch of summoners from that engage by Perukia earlier, and then also Mundo, Sion, the classic split pushers are definitely going to like this if they have the opportunity to apply pressure in a side lane.
All right. Skaris going to drop the Emperor's Divide early and just sets up the easy Shockwave over Paranoia combo. It's like Karis almost knew it was going to happen, but Spike, you give over to that Misfortune. Profane Hydra versus Heartsteel, I don't need to sell anybody on that. Maybe mid lanes where things are a bit even, but everywhere else, EDG's items also just further leaning into the fact that they will dominate this mid game. And it certainly helps that they now have the first 2 Drakes under their belt as we look towards an Ocean Soul for game 1. A bit too big for their britches. But they'll just settle for a couple of plates thanks to the grubs. But what's happening on bot side?
Yep, I like this a lot. Angel allowing himself to side lane and grow that gold lead between him and the Azir even more. Now, I mean,
those grubs and that touch of the void. They've got the bot tier 1 down. About 4 more plates than it was currently holding. But credit needs to go back to EDG because it feels like every move WE make, it is coming at some sort of cost on the other side.
And now, I mean, Herald here for Xiaohao. I'm curious to see where he places that. Monkey gets dangerously low. In mid lane, and you really open up the map on that bot side. You make it a lot more difficult for WE to contest you. As, hang on,
Karis
in a bit of trouble.
We were praising you, buddy, but you forgot you don't have a tier 1 turret. He's got a flash and dash, but here comes Xiaohao to land right on top of his head. He's got no dashes, no flashes, and now no color left in his screen.
Top side have started to build into getting around those 2 item breakpoints for themselves. This dragon has spawned. Herald is still in inventory.
Nobody saw him in the brush. It's still Xiaohao engaged. Wild Growth comes across. Yao Yao's going to get tagged, though. About has to flash out of the bullet time as well, as Yao Yao will drop. TP coming over top to make sure 5 members strong. Angel's going to force Monkey to flash out of his own jungle as well. EDG are bloodthirsty to right the wrongs of this matchup first time round.
And who needs the Pop Blossom? Immediately started up there. I love the confidence from Xiaohao yet again. He starts up the fight. ZDZ is there to follow. EDG gonna take down that mid turret and claim a soul point. All of the things are starting to come up heads for them. And WE really just desperate for any kind of a response, but they're not able to make one. They're gonna be late to intercepting this Drake. Maybe they can look for a kill on the receiving end, but I don't think it's possible. It's Cube.
Okay. Down all of WE as they look to converge on this mid-tier 1 turret, which they will finally knock down to pick up some much-needed gold, but there's always a trade.
It feels like it might be too little too late. I mean, you're staring down the barrel of EDG at soul point.
Certainly right, Quacks. I love watching the... Oh, hold on. Paranoia. Jump on from Xiaohao. It's Yao Yao again. He gets feared up. Wild Growth. Does not matter. There's nothing happening there to save Yao Yao. It's another pick here from Xiaohao in 21.5 minutes. WE are looking to make a stand here. They are TPing in a 4 versus 5. Pop Blossom isn't going to do anything. Monkey pops past him with dosage. He's running right after Angel, but a clutch fear comes down from Xiaohao. First take is cut down. Bullet time is interrupted on leave. Thanks to Q's a decimating smash. But there's no way for any carries to step up. They don't have their pocket Kin Lulu, and they don't have their big tanky Mundo. Minutes, and Perukia already has a devastating flank with Monkey down to about half HP. ZDZ and Perukia are looking. Finally, Perukia will be spotted, so WE know they have to go further into enemy territory. because the enemy is behind them, waiting and lurking. ZDZ and Perukia want to find a miracle flank as the Dragon has been started up. On the hunt, gonna be popped for extra move speed. Perukia's gonna make his move now. The Pop Blossom goes down. They don't get any big hits, and this time About's able to save up. That's a huge effort to fight, but the bullet time from Leave will put the cherry on top. A masterful game one from EDG. It's Monkey only finding one trade back. It is on to the jungler, but now all the carries, the support systems are gone. It's just the tanks hoping they get a crack at this Dragon that they never will truly see.
I mean, okay, now Monkey is over the wall. Really
Monkey.
good blast cone there from ZDZ.
Oh, yep. Gonna have to flash right back over where he came from, and now there is no chance for him to really contest this. I mean, how does he get over this wall? He's got to walk around, and Monkey will surrender the Ocean Soul to the jungler-less EDG. We dare you to walk into our ultimates. All 5 of them back up and available, but WE have no other option than to throw caution to the wind. Baron down about 5k as the lights do go out. Where does Xiao Hao go in? He's going to mark on top of a target with the bullet time shockwave that drags Yao Yao back down under. And here comes the Pop Blossom to grab 3 more members. Pulling execution hits onto About. EDG are lining these ultimates like they got the biggest target in front of them. Flash out of Cars to try and get back as Monkey is starting to heal up here. But again, who is left to deal damage in this fight? Karis is just tickling this Ambessa, who's constantly dashing through all these tanks. The Azir are going to get knocked down, and EDG can finally set their sights back on more structures. And WE have to be very careful where they want to really pick their chance to recall. It's a 2-man split here from EDG now. Angel and ZDZ, the solo laners, will push up 1 wave, while 2 damage dealers tangle with Baron a 3rd and likely final time.
That unironically looked like the best to fight WE have had all game long, but it's too little, it's too late. The Ocean Soul provides too much safety, and EDG are too durable at this point. They're going to knock down this Baron and all wear purple, and I feel like the time of game number 1, Slayer, is starting to sunset. You've got the Baron, you've got the Ocean Soul, you've got a nearly 9,000 gold lead, or whatever, right? So you've got, like, people that love money getting out...
There's some money.
Out-wealthed or something by the EDG members.
Yeah, you're right. If only you could tap into the lore of your characters when you're down 9k gold in a very important game of League of Legends. If only. All right, hold on. Leave is a bit out of position here. Good dodge on the Unstoppable Onslaught. The slow will come across. Shockwave has to be used defensively. Leave will turn for the bullet time, but will get shut down. And Xiao Hao, he's chasing down About, but he's not going to find that kill. Broomwing forces out the GA. There was a big pop loss on Perukia, but now Angel needs consistent damage and CDC to the backline, but he doesn't even find the kill on Cube. He's taking up turret aggro, takes about 5 or 6 shots, and it somehow doesn't matter. ZDZ goes right back out where he came from. But Leave's mispositioning woes continue to hamper EDG's potential. They go even in a fight they had no business being that close in. Who's really overstaying right now, Quacks? It doesn't really feel like it's Angel.
Nope. The Ocean Soul is really providing that sustain that he needs in order to look more aggressive. Knocks down the turret. Man!
Oh, hold on. Is ZDZ killing Karis in live? Yep, he is. Oh, you didn't need to do the public execution, ZDZ. This guy's freestyling on the Ambessa right now.
And ZDZ kind of making up for his earlier mispositions by his AD carry. Now it's a 4v5. All the lanes are pushing, and I don't think the Elder is going to be contestable by WE here, especially if Monkey goes down, as he is chipped down to about half HP. This Mundo really not able to deliver the damage and be that just walking tank that we expect him to be in, and like Monkey has displayed so many times over the course of his games playing it.
Quacks, I know you wanted us to disagree for the sake of fun arguments on our Group Ascend talk for these 2 teams. We're going to have to tab that conversation because he was going for a very deep ride in enemy territory here. Monkey's going to try and lead the charge like Mundos do. Not a care in the world. CC spell shield. I don't really care about that. I've got maximum dosage, and I've got a date with Elder. Can he get in here? Pop Blossom's going to delay him, and he won't pick up the Elder. And now the turn will come out. But down goes Monkey, and the Elder Dragon is making his statement onto the map with these executes. There's another one. About will go down. ZDZ picks himself up a pretty big triple kill. We'll find another one on top of that with League taking down Karis, and that will polish off maybe one of the most dominating wins from start to finish from EDG, as they'll take a 1-0 series lead in their final series of Group Perseverance.
WE definitely the favorites of this best of 3, but EDG with a statement game to start us off. They dominate game number 1, Slayer. And this is a really hard counter to Team WE, in my opinion. I feel like we have solved the proactivity issue. We have solved the damage issue.
There we go.
Were big things. Going to be able to shove this in, get a reset on the Rumble, and start to stack up those items as this big AP threat for Team WE.
Let me tell you, if that was... Oh, hold on. This TP from Leave. Oh, no.
No,
it's total grief. He doesn't even have flash. Oh, my God. It's like soft serve how easy and sweet that tastes for WE.
Not making it the Monkey show and wanting to be relevant, wanting to be these carries, and Monkey has taken... you know, he's still there, but he's taken more of a backseat, I would say, and being that one guy who kind of carries the whole team. Is
all about. Steps a little too far forward, gets knocked out by the flag and drag. Heel return by Peruki as he looks for the root down onto Yao Yao. Piercing arrow's going to come out here. Yao Yao's going to get chunked and cut down. Xiao Hao picks up that kill, flag and drags right back through, and About now has to commit the flash, and that completely switches the dynamic of this bottom river.
Potentially in some of these fights, as we might see one happen right now, but Xiao Hao has that Cataclysm.
He has ult and Cataclysm. He's going to go for this. He has to. Flag and drag over. Does he win the smite fight? He's going to flash, steal it, flag and drag out. Oh, that stylist Xiao Hao. That's your game 1 MVP showing up in game 2.
Going for the trade of Grubs, threatening some kind of a dive because Yao Yao doesn't have that Unbreakable yet. Karis, though, going to spot out the Jarvan, and I feel like if they commit to this, it could be answered by the Aurora, but they have to make sure that that answer counts because you might be missing a lot of minions from this mid lane. So nothing going to come of it, and Monkey Yao Yao also has level 6, but he is very low. Yeah, there's a lot of poke on this comp. They can just jail them in this area. They know as well that the Wukong is on the opposite side of the map, so they can just keep playing this game.
Oh, no, About. He hits the dredge line between worlds. Karis is going to go right after Lee, but he flashes and gets the heal as the crash down of the Cataclysm. Xiao Hao finds a kill into About, and Karis doesn't have the damage to force out a kill trade. TP is coming through here. Is Cube. He has ult. He's looking to fire through with the Flame Spitter. Finds the first kill. Equalizer down as well. Leaf knows he's dead. He's looking for the trade, and he will find it as he makes sure that it goes even. Now it's the mid laners going for About here. Karis versus Angel, but one of them has a lot more mana and a lot more power, that being Karis. And he'll let Angel walk away, but it's Team WE that make that dive ever so costly for Edward Gaming.
A questionable equalizer there from Q, but he still gets the job done. He thwarts that play from EDG, and they don't really lose a lot for it. You can see that Monkey is now onto ZDZ.
Double Cyclone.
Oh,
Call of Forge God coming out here for ZDZ. He wants the knockup.
Oh, no.
Swing and a miss, ZDZ. Wow, Cube with the 6th sense. He's going to go for the equalizer, cut down the wave.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, it's EDG still looking for this dive. I mean, Weaver's walled up here. We've got to go for it. Nobody from Team W will make it up here to really help him. And they're going to go for the dive here. Flag and drag, double knockup. Everyone throwing Cube into the air. And that's more like it for EDG on their dive attempt as they cut down Q.
EDG from committing to that play. Karis is very out of position.
Rooted, knocked up. You have to use between worlds here to get back towards Turbo. The depth charge is going to follow and should set up Leaf for a Chains of Corruption. Piercing arrow, snipe down. Far behind him towards this play. WE have the much better inside track, even though ED carry shows up first, but there's a lot of pinks coming down. EDG have a tough decision to make, and I think Karis might just made it for him. As Angel might just get deleted here between worlds. Karis is going to go after Angel.
Shield.
As a flag and drag up interrupt from Xiao Hao is going to stop the headbutt pulverize out of Yao Yao. Angel does have to flash, and Karis is letting everyone on the map know that he's got the burst. All right, Dragon on the map here. WE with the first move. They do have a lot more burst ability with their items currently completed, mainly Karis with that Ludens compared to the Seraphs. For Angel, going to be a big factor, but EDG once again kind of slow to the play. Does Xiao Hao have another steal in him? Not even going to get a shot here. Even if it does go down to 54, and it's About that has to secure it.
Tanky it is in the new season. Teams have definitely fallen for the trap of going for Nashor when they don't have the damage to do so, or the time to do so. ZDZ
is a madman.
Doesn't have the damage,
1v2.
But he does have the time. Yeah, he's just going to walk away.
Chains of Corruption, though. Nice catch from Leaf. They're going to go right after Q, but he's down. Leaf picks up that kill, and a huge seismic shove from Angel. Cuts down Monkey as well. About Transcendent trying to dash back. Xiao Hao's going to throw him in a Cataclysm, and the piercing arrow will come through. Leaf nearly got a 2-for-1 special on one piercing arrow, but he still finds a triple kill. From the TP woes to team fight wins, Leaf and EDG now have a shot at Baron.
ZDZ, the moment he hits the Horn, good things happen for EDG. I've seen enough. These guys are going to Ascend. They're winning Ascend and they're winning Worlds. You've heard it here first. EDG.
No, Quacks.
EDG are a lot stronger.
Karis is on the flank. Cube already loses his flash. Yao down about half HP, still has the Unbreakable Will, but Karis is looking for a clutch flank of his own. Goes into the invis, he's going after the backline. There's Monkey to jump on top of Angel. Stun comes across, Monkey should have that kill, but both mid layers will go down. No, Angel gets himself out here. And now Monkey has to redirect towards Farukia and Xiao Hao. The Yunara down. Over the wall, can't get back in, but they're still making it work thanks to Cube's damage. Angel chunked out of the fight, and Monkey's gonna go chasing after Leave. EDG's carries get way too scattered.
Oh, God.
And now they're relying on Xiao Hao to go for steal, and he gets it again! Denies Soul Point and dies valiantly for Edward Gaming.
Their second Drake, even though WE win the fight, their reward is completely diminished, and now off spawn with the Baron. Angel is just running down the members of WE in the bot lane.
Well, now he's gonna get a TP. Oh boy, Angel, we need to figure out this is a bad spot to be in fast up. There's the invis, and Karis deletes Angel. Overextension. Power play from EDG. They ended up a minus 1,000 gold after the Baron, so that is group perseverance for you. Let's see if they can get one auto onto this turret. ZDZ, he has to flash for it. He still doesn't get the turret. He'll finally pick it up. Cube TV's in the background. He's going to eat a depth charge. Angel's going to put down a Weaver's Wall. WE have to walk all around it, but the Equalizer comes through, and that TP 30% HP shield means Cube has really no threat. Between Worlds is going to try to get Karis further forward, but he needs to change the corruption. Flag and Drag engage and Leave will punish the overextension from Karis. And now EDG feel like they can go back forward. There's the Cataclysm. Monkey's going to dash after it, but Baruki gets the drench line onto a bout. He's very low. He's getting flashed on and cut down to size by Xiao Hao. One mistake, easily punished by Edward Gaming. It's a quadra kill over to their star AD carry.
Boris now 10, 2, and 3. The new addition to this EDG squad, doubted so many times over the course of their regular season, now popping off here in game 2. Around this mid lane, trying to fight for control over these waves, but EDG are first to the river, and Monkey's just face checking.
Oh no, his dash gets canceled. He has to flash out the seismic shove. Here comes the Ornhorn ZDZ. Will it find a mark? No, it gets interrupted there by Yao, but he throws himself into the fray to do so. He does get a lot of value on the Unbreakable Will, but now he has no way out. That's a great Weaver's Wall from Angel, and while it may take a lot of time to cut down the cow,
he might try and, throw this objective, but they have no chance of being able to do it. I mean, they've got to save these waves. They've got to make sure to respond to the pressure that EDG are now putting onto the map. Soul Point for the EDG comp, and they're going for the Baron as 2 people, but they're completely alone, guys. Please, what are we doing?
All right, hold on. They have Karis TPing in. About is here, but yeah, I mean, Monkey's down to half HP. They're going back onto it. It's not even below 10k HP, and now they're trying to TP in Cube, but he's surrounded by EDG. Karis, he's got nowhere to run. It's actually Yao. Karis is trying to stall. Good flash. He won't get killed off. Believe is taking down Monkey on the front side of the fight. They come off the Baron. WE, their desperation is way too much. The EDG must find a way to punish them back through. It's Monkey, Cube, and Yao down. EDG feels so brash and bullish. They don't even want the Baron. They want the series. Down mid lane. They probably should have just went for this Baron before, but they do pick it up nonetheless here. And most importantly, I don't even care about the win, Quacks, right now. Let's have a positive Baron power play. That'll really send a message.
Really thin out WE at this point in the game, split them up as much as possible. Cube is splitting on the top side of the map, so I feel like they can just really pull the trigger onto this tier 2, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Because WE, they don't have the numbers advantage, they're missing their top laner, they're not able to contest this or save that tower at all.
We'll finally break the base. It's low enough that ZDZ can just walk up and auto it down. WE's base is now being collected. EDG, I mean,
Cube?
I don't even... Cube? That Equalizer hurt my soul to look at, and you deserve to lose another turret. You know what?
Right.
Let's take away some inhibitors for that one as well.
I think these top laners, with their ultimates, what is happening? Like, it's like literally a pattern between these two. That isn't even Cube's first questionable Equalizer. He had one on that bot side at the beginning of this game. It's literally just these two this game.
Only some traps named Leave for any walk-in from WE. Karis, the bacon fight he had earlier
they saw
was
him for
on
like a
this
millisecond.
flank. I don't see any pings, though. I don't know if he's actually here, but Cube gets caught in the Zhonya's. Yao Yao's going to engage now. Here comes the equalizer. Cars is not here to get in yet, and they've already lost Yao Yao. Xiao Hao is going to trap him out in the Cataclysm. He goes into the GA, but Monkey gets caught from Angel. Seismic shove. Yao Yao should finally go down, and Xiao Hao has somehow found a way to survive. Karras is going to throw caution to the wind and go after that one. He has Angel marked, and he forces Leaf to flash away, but he is safe and sound and firing out arrow after arrow to the heart of Team WE. EDG get their revenge, and will end Group Perseverance with a 2-0 sweep.
EDG making you believe at the end of the regular season, 3 series wins in a row. It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish, and EDG finished the regular season strong with a 2-0 over the 4-1 WE. Let there be no doubt, you better start believing this team.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.